Hey folks, so today we will talk about something new for sure as usual, but let's talk about one thing that the hidden price of the internet. So, the internet changed completely the world for sure. So, how we interact, how we solve the problems, how we build the businesses, and all other things. So, I guess that that's really made the revolution, and yeah, it's changed how the people interact with each other. But what I mean when I mention the hidden price, and I have a feeling that we lose a lot of the things when we move our lives to the internet, and especially for the recent years. So when you in an offline world, your interactions it's quite anonymous. Yeah, so maybe people could know who you are. So it's this guy who show up in a store and buy the tea twice a month. Yeah, so people know how to identify me, but they don't know who I am, where I live, and they don't track, to be honest, what my tastes are and so on. And when we move ourselves to the internet, actually, we materialize a lot of these anonymous transactions that are untrackable to the transactions that have a hard footprint and expose a lot of information, and you lose your privacy. And right now we have the big discussions that maybe the privacy as a concept doesn't exist anymore in the internet because it was never there. So if you go to the internet, you actually give it up on the privacy because you expose so many data, and we have this big fight of privacy over convenience, and convenience over the freedom and all of the things. So the user will choose to do something in more easy way than to do something in a more private way, and we simply don't have the good instruments that actually help us to have the same level of the interactions with the same level of privacy in the internet that we have in our offline world. And it's a main topic of the self-sovereign identity, the data ownership, and all other things, to flip the coin and give back the privacy with the pseudo-anonymous relations to the users. It requires a lot of changes in the systems and so on. So it's one hidden price. When you go to the internet, you should, give the part of your data and the privacy. And another hidden price, that even if you pay for the subscription to the service, it's usually the fraction of the payment, because on practice, together with the money, you give the data, and the data is the main currency of the modern world. And if you will take a look at the generative AI right now and all this chatGPT and so on, yeah, it's $20 per month. It's not so big, but on practice, you feed in the system with the tons of data, with the tons of your thoughts, with the tons of your intellectual property, and you get back nothing. And it's the big probability that all this data that you feed to the system will end up in somebody else's plate. And let's take a look another example. Actually, it's a special case for sure, but if you see something free in the internet, probably you will pay not by money, but by two big resources that you have. It's data and attention. So the data and attention is the big resources that usually we pay when we use some free services in internet, because you feed tons of the data, you're not even aware that you do it daily. And attention, that the platforms nowadays, the social medias and a lot of projects, based on the algorithm, they really decide what you think, what you see, what kind of decisions you take, because it's a huge network of the information, and you need to have some kind of navigation in this network. And usually it's not your decision, because this amount of the information is already filtered, and your attention is catched by some e-commerce platforms and so on. So yeah, that's the hidden price of the internet, is the personal data, your attention, your time, and privacy, because you don't have the privacy anymore. That's why we try to change it. We try to flip the architecture to be more privacy focused, to be more personal, and it's yet another hidden price of the internet, the personality. Yeah, because if you will take a look to the internet, or especially to the modern artificial intelligence systems, they train on the big amount of data from the internet that openly available. And the problem of it, that when you feed everything in a big amount, you get the average result. So that's lose the personality, that biased, that maybe have quite low quality data, that based on the information that full of harm and biases and all other things that we don't want to have. That's why we need more private, more personal systems, that you could curate the data set, you could define what's go to the system, what kind of data, what kind of quality of the data, and that's quite opposite to what the internet currently offer. Yeah, so the hidden price of the internet is the dilution of the personality, and it's so important to support the products and projects that focus on the personality, on the privacy, and focus on creating your own environment full of your thoughts, data, and inspirations. And it's what we currently doing in my current company, and I'm really proud that we're trying to change the world for the better. So that's all that I was keen to share with you. Think about this, and I keen to hear more what you think on this topic. Choose.